The desperate alien girl asked a human one question, and everyone went silent. The bright lights of the space station burned like tiny suns against the dark void outside. Commander Lisa Turner watched through the viewing port as another alien ship docked with their station. The Zephyrian vessels looked like floating crystals, their surfaces reflecting rainbow colors that hurt human eyes to look at directly. Lisa had been commanding Station Alpha 7 for 3 years now, and she still felt nervous every time the Zephyrians came to visit. These beings were beautiful in an otherworldly way, with their tall, slender bodies and skin that shimmered like oil on water. Their large, dark eyes held intelligence that seemed ancient, even though most of them appeared young by human standards. Today was different, though. Lisa could feel the tension in the air like electricity before a storm. Her crew moved with careful steps and spoke in whispers. The Zephyrian delegation that arrived yesterday had requested an emergency meeting with the station commander. Something big was happening. The main conference room fell silent as Lisa entered. 6 Zephyrians sat on one side of the long metal table, their forms perfectly still, like living statues. On the human side sat her senior officers, Lieutenant Kate Morgan, Dr. Amy Collins, and Chief Engineer Ben Parker. The humans looked uncomfortable, shifting in their seats while the aliens remained motionless. At the head of the Zephyrian group sat someone Lisa had never seen before. She appeared younger than the others, with silver markings on her pale blue skin that seemed to pulse with their own light. Her name was Zara, and according to the reports, she held a position of great importance in their society. Lisa took her seat and cleared her throat. The sound echoed in the quiet room. "I understand you requested this meeting. What can we help you with?" Zara stood gracefully, her movements flowing like water. She was tall even for her species, nearly 7 feet in height. Her voice when she spoke was musical like wind chimes. "Commander Turner, we have come to ask something of humanity, something that may seem strange to your people." Lisa leaned forward. "What kind of request?" The alien woman looked at each human in the room, her dark eyes reflecting the overhead lights. "We need to know about your capacity for sacrifice." The question hung in the air like smoke. Lisa felt her heart skip a beat. She had expected requests for trade agreements or territorial discussions, not philosophical inquiries about human nature. "I don't understand. What do you mean by sacrifice?" Zara clasped her hands behind her back and began to pace slowly around the table. Her footsteps made no sound on the metal floor. "Species has studied humanity for many cycles. We have watched your wars, your struggles, your growth. We have seen things that puzzle us greatly. You fight for those you barely know. You risk everything for strangers. You choose death over dishonor, even when no one would blame you for choosing life." Dr. Collins shifted in her chair. "These are admirable traits in any species, yes." Zara stopped walking and fixed her gaze on the doctor. "But they are not universal traits. Most intelligent species in this galaxy, including my own, operate on different principles. We value survival above all else. We calculate risks and benefits. We make logical choices." Lisa felt a chill run down her spine. "Where is this leading?" The Zephyrian woman returned to her seat, but did not sit down. Instead, she placed both hands flat on the table and leaned forward. 3 days ago, our homeworld received a message from the Keth Empire. They are coming. Commander Turner. The Keth are coming to this sector, and they have given us an ultimatum. The humans exchanged glances. The Keth Empire was legendary in this part of the galaxy, a species of conquerors who had absorbed dozens of civilizations over the past 1,000 years. They were efficient, methodical, and completely without mercy. "What kind of ultimatum?" Lieutenant Morgan asked. "We must choose." Zara said, her voice barely above a whisper. "We can join their empire willingly and maintain some autonomy over our internal affairs, or we can resist and be completely destroyed, along with any species that aids us." The room fell silent again. Lisa could hear the hum of the station ventilation system and the distant sound of machinery. The implications were staggering. The Zephyrians were asking humanity to make an impossible choice. "How long do we have?" Lisa asked. The Keth fleet will arrive in this system in 14 standard days. Zara straightened up. If we have not given them our answer by then, they will assume we have chosen resistance. Ben Parker spoke up for the first time. What about evacuation? Can your people relocate to other systems? Some perhaps. But our homeworld houses nearly 2 billion souls. We do not have the ships or the time to move everyone. And where would we go? The Keth Empire spans half the galaxy. There are few places left to hide. Dr. Collins leaned forward. What exactly are you asking of us? Zara looked directly at Lisa, her ancient eyes seeming to peer into the human commander's soul. We want to resist Commander Turner. Every fiber of our being tells us that survival requires submission. But we have watched your species. We have seen humans die for principles that offer no logical benefit. We have seen you choose the harder path, simply because it was the right path. She paused, and when she continued, her voice was stronger. So we ask you this. If we choose to fight, will humanity stand with us? Even though it means facing an enemy that could destroy both our civilizations? Will your people choose what is right over what is safe? The question hit Lisa like a physical blow. She looked around the table at her officers, saw the same stunned realization in their eyes. The Zephyrians were not just asking for military aid. They were asking humans to teach them how to be brave. They were asking humanity to show them how to die with honor rather than live in shame. Lisa stood slowly, feeling the weight of billions of lives on her shoulders. Both human and alien civilizations hung in the balance of her next words. The room was so quiet she could hear her own heartbeat. The answer you are looking for is not mine to give alone, she said finally. But I can tell you this about humanity. We do not abandon our friends, we do not bow to tyrants, and we do not calculate the odds when innocent. Lives are at stake. Zara's eyes seemed to shimmer with something that might have been tears if Zephyrians could cry. Then you will help us fight. Lisa nodded. Even if it means we all burn together. For the first time since the meeting began, Zara smiled. It was a beautiful expression that transformed her alien features into something almost human. Then perhaps there is hope after all, she said. Thank you, Commander Turner. You have given us something we had forgotten how to find. Courage, Lisa said. Yes, Zara replied. Courage. Outside the viewing ports, the stars continued their ancient dance, unaware that in this small corner of the universe, two species had just chosen honor over survival. And in the days to come, the galaxy would learn what it truly meant when humans said they would stand by their friends.